Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. But let's be honest, most of you aren't. You're tired, frustrated, angry. You've been working hard, and nothing's changing. You watch videos like this, hoping one day something will finally click. You keep scrolling, looking for that one sentence that'll change your life. You want someone to show you the way. You want motivation, inspiration, a reason to keep going. But I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to break the illusion you've built around yourself. Because this video is not entertainment. This is not feel-better content. This video is war. A war against your excuses. A war against your softness. A war against everything in your head that keeps whispering, it's okay to stop. It's okay to rest. It's okay to wait for the right time. No, it's not. Because nobody cares that you're tired. Nobody cares that your life is hard. Nobody cares that you were born in a broken family, in a broken country with broken support. You think the world will stop and clap for you because you tried? You think success is waiting at your doorstep because you had a hard childhood? You're wrong. You've been lied to, and this video will wake you up. In the next few minutes, I will not give you tips. I will not give you quotes. I will give you truth, the kind that most people can't handle. But if you stay, and you survive this video till the end, you will never look at life the same again. You will stop expecting, you will stop complaining, and you will finally do the one thing that will make the difference. Work. In silence. With fire. Until the world has no choice but to notice. This video will also improve your English, because it uses simple words, real-life examples, and powerful sentences you'll remember forever. So if you're ready to be offended, challenged, and awakened, welcome. Let's begin. Part 1. The brutal truth. Life is not fair. You keep telling yourself, I just need a little help. If life was a little fairer, I'd be successful too. If I had better parents, better money, better education, maybe things would be different. And you're right, maybe they would. But here's something that will hurt your feelings. Life doesn't care. The world doesn't operate on fairness. It operates on survival, on output, on performance, on silence. And let's be real. You are not special. You are not the first person who's broke. You are not the first person who's depressed. You are not the first person who was abandoned, cheated on, ignored, or underestimated. You are just one more soul in a system that doesn't stop for anyone. Imagine a 19-year-old boy who walks 7 kilometers every morning at 4 a.m. to wash hotel toilets. Why? Because he wants to pay for night school. He doesn't have a smartphone. He doesn't post reels. He doesn't complain about being burnt out. He walks, he works, he studies. And one day he'll run the same hotel that wouldn't even let him in through the front door today. Now look at yourself, sitting comfortably, watching YouTube, hoping for motivation to strike like lightning. Are you serious? You have Wi-Fi. You have 2 hands. You have time. You have a brain. And yet you waste all of it on pity, blame, self-doubt, and the fantasy that someday life will finally be fair. Wake up. Life will never be fair. And here's the real twist. That's a gift. Because if life was fair, you'd never have a chance. You'd be stuck at the bottom with no way up. But in an unfair world, even the broken, and forgotten can rise. If they're brutal enough, if they work harder than everyone else, if they stop waiting for applause, and start bleeding in silence. So let me ask you this, and don't lie. Are you waiting for someone to help you? Are you hoping a mentor will save you? Are you still crying because life hasn't treated you kindly? Then I'm sorry. You're not ready. Because the people who win in this life are not the ones who wait for fairness. They're the ones who look at the chaos and say, "Good. Now I have something to destroy." And then they go quiet and go to war. Part 2. Stop waiting for validation. Nobody's coming. You want people to clap for you. You want them to see how hard you're working. You want them to understand your pain, your story, your struggle. You think if you just show enough effort, someone will finally say, "I'm proud of you. You're doing amazing. You deserve success." But let me tell you the truth. The unfiltered, brutal, heart-stopping truth. Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. And nobody's coming to save you. You could be doing everything right. And still, they'll scroll past your post. They'll skip your content. They'll ignore your message. They'll watch you bleed and stay silent. And you know what's worse? They don't owe you anything. Your parents don't owe you validation. Your friends don't owe you support. Your audience doesn't owe you likes, shares, or comments. The world doesn't owe you a round of applause just because you tried. The truth is, you've been conditioned to expect support. Since childhood, you were told, "Good job. You're special. You can do anything." But now, you're in the real world, and in the real world, you are just another number, a name in a spreadsheet, a face in the algorithm, a nobody until you prove otherwise. There's a girl named Liana in Eastern Europe. She applied to 72 jobs after graduating. Not a single reply. Not one. She cried. She screamed. She thought maybe she's worthless. Maybe she's invisible. She even posted on LinkedIn hoping someone would help. Nobody cared. No comments. So you know what she did? She stopped begging. She created a digital marketing page. She built it from scratch, worked 16 hours a day, learned everything through free courses. 2 years later, she's running campaigns for brands that rejected her resume. And guess what happened then? Now they want to work with her. Now they say, "We've always seen your potential." Lies. They only see you after you win. So what about you? You keep refreshing your feed, checking if someone finally liked your work, waiting for your crush to reply, waiting for your family to be proud, waiting for your YouTube views to explode. Waiting. Always waiting. And every second you waste waiting for validation is a second your enemy is using to win. There is someone out there right now who is more broke than you, more depressed than you, more isolated than you, and still working in silence. Understand this. Nobody will care about your dream until it's already a success. Nobody will support you until they see results. Nobody will believe in you until it's safe for them to believe. And that's why you need to become your own army. Build when no one watches. Improve when no one claps. Grind when no one says thank you. Because the world only respects one thing. Not effort, not passion, not potential. Results. Now here's the warning. If you keep waiting for people to encourage you, you will die with your dream still inside you. You will rot in the graveyard of almost. You will become one of those bitter souls who say, "I could have been something if someone just gave me a chance." No, you didn't need a chance. You needed courage. So here's the new law of your life. Clap for yourself. Work for yourself. Prove to yourself. Or die forgotten. Because the truth is simple. Nobody's coming. Nobody cares. And that's exactly why you must work, twice as hard, with zero noise, until they're forced to notice. Part 3. Use pain as fuel. Not a cage. Pain is real. You've been through hell. Maybe you're still in it. Betrayal, loss, humiliation, depression, rejection. And you tell yourself, I need time. I'm not ready. I'm healing. You say pain broke you, but I'll tell you what really broke you. You believed pain was a prison. You never realized it was a weapon. Pain is not your enemy. It's not here to destroy you. It's here to make you untouchable. And if you don't use it, someone else will use your silence to beat you. While you cry yourself to sleep, someone else is crying while lifting weights. While you hide in bed, someone else is hiding from their fears by building a skill. While you waste your pain in memories, they're turning theirs into momentum. The truth? You don't hate pain. You hate responsibility. Because if you accepted pain as fuel, you'd have to work. You'd have to push harder. You'd have no excuse left. You want to be comforted. But comfort doesn't build kings. Comfort doesn't build legends. Comfort buries you. A boxer wiping blood from his eye, still standing. A mother holding her baby in one arm and studying from a torn book with the other. A girl walking past the store where she once begged for a job. Now she's the owner. No dialogue, no applause, just silent rage turned into purpose. Pain is pressure. Pressure creates diamonds. But under the same pressure, soft minds break. Are you the diamond, or are you just dust? Here's a truth most people won't tell you. You don't need to heal before you rise. You need to rise so you can heal. You don't get stronger after pain. You get stronger inside it. So stop letting pain sit inside you like poison. Make it your fire. Let it burn so hot the world feels you before they see you. Because you only get 2 choices now. Use your pain, or be destroyed by it. Part 4. Your sacrifices are invisible, and that's good. You've been showing up every day, sacrificing sleep, missing parties, skipping comfort, giving your time, your peace, your energy. And still, nobody notices, no one claps, no one texts. I'm proud of you. No one says, I see your effort. And you're angry. You feel invisible. But here's something you need to tattoo inside your mind. Your sacrifices are invisible. And that's your greatest advantage. Why? Because when nobody's watching, you're free. Free to build without pressure. Free to fail without shame. Free to rise with no one calculating your every move. The most powerful people in the world were built in silence. While everyone else was showing off fake progress on social media, they were sharpening their weapons in the dark. Raw truth. You want people to notice your hard work? Then work so long, so hard, so obsessively, that even your enemies have to whisper your name. But until then, stay invisible, stay dangerous. Lions don't roar while hunting. Assassins don't shout before striking. Builders don't post every brick. You want people to respect your results? Then disappear. Stop broadcasting your pain. Stop announcing your struggle. Just shut up and build. The world will see you when it's too late to stop you. Until then, keep bleeding in silence. Keep training in silence. Keep sacrificing in silence. Because every hour you suffer in secret is building a version of you they won't be able to ignore. Don't ask for attention. Don't ask for validation. Ask only one thing. How much more can I take and still keep going? Because that is your power. Part 5. Why you must become your own hero. You're waiting, still waiting, for someone to notice you, for someone to save you, for someone to tell you, I believe in you. I've got your back. You're not alone, but no one's coming. And the longer you wait, the deeper you sink. So here's the harsh truth that most people never survive. You either become your own hero, or you stay a victim forever. You keep looking around for support. My family never helped. My partner doesn't understand. My friends don't check on me. Good, let it all go. Because the moment you stop expecting from others, you unlock a version of yourself so powerful, the world has no choice but to follow. The strongest people you admire today, they were once exactly where you are. Alone, ignored, unsupported. But here's what they did differently. They didn't cry for help. They became the help. Look at yourself in the mirror. That's your rescuer. That's your lifeline. That's the only person you need to fight for. And fight with. Because let's be honest, nobody understands your pain like you do. Nobody knows your past like you do. Nobody knows the exact storm inside you. Except you. So who else could lead you out of it? A man looking in the mirror, face tired, eyes broken. And slowly, the reflection becomes unrecognizable. Stronger, sharper, colder. He's not looking for a savior anymore. He is becoming one. The world doesn't care how you feel. The world only respects what you do. And if you still think somebody will come fix you, you've already lost. Stop calling for help. Start training for war. Be the person your younger self prayed would come. Be the protector. Be the provider. Be the storm. Your story changes the day you stop being the victim and start being the weapon. Part 6. Discipline is the real motivation. You say you're not feeling it today. You say you're tired. You say you're waiting to feel inspired. That's why you're still stuck, because you're a slave to motivation. You only move when it feels good. You only act when you're excited. And the moment it gets hard, boring, or silent, you disappear. You've been fooled by these hustle culture videos. They told you motivation is the key, but they lied. Motivation is weak. Discipline is brutal, and that's why it works. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a soldier. Motivation gets you started. Discipline gets you finished. So here's a wake-up call. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start training yourself to move anyway. You don't need motivation to wake up early. You need discipline. You don't need motivation to work when you're sad. You need discipline. You don't need motivation to stay consistent when no one's watching. You need discipline like a religion, a code, a system, a non-negotiable law. A student opens his book while his friends are partying. A young man does push-ups on a rainy rooftop. A woman with puffy eyes still walks into a job interview after a sleepless night. These are not motivated people. These are disciplined beasts. You want success? Make it boring. Make it so boring and repetitive that other people quit, just because they can't handle the silence. Because the truth is this: your enemy is not failure. Your enemy is inconsistency. You don't fail because you're not smart. You fail because you only work on good days. You quit the moment it stops feeling new. You slow down when it gets painful. You rest when you haven't even earned the right to. That's not motivation. That's weakness, and it's killing your future. So here's the rule from now on. You wake up, you show up, you do the work, whether you feel like it or not. Because life doesn't reward the emotional. Life rewards the consistent. And discipline is what makes you unstoppable, even when everything inside you screams, stop. Be soft in your heart, but ruthless in your habits. No more skipping days. No more, I'll do it tomorrow. No more waiting for motivation. From today, you move like a machine. You train like a shadow. You grow like an army. Part 7. Let results make the noise. You talk too much. You post every time you do something right. You show off your workout. You brag about your goals. You tell people your plans like that makes you powerful. But here's the reality you refuse to face. Real power doesn't speak. It shows. You keep explaining yourself, telling the world how hard you're working, hoping they'll understand your vision, hoping they'll support you. Why are you still begging for attention? If you have to tell them you're winning, you're not. Silence is not weakness. Silence is not hiding. Silence is war. The most dangerous people in the world don't announce their intentions. They walk in quietly and leave with everything. Stop uploading your progress. Stop explaining your dreams. Stop shouting about what you're going to do. Because every time you talk, you give them something to measure, something to expect, something to laugh at. Let them laugh now. Let them doubt you. Let them forget you. Because when you rise, you will not knock. You will break the door down. A closed gym at night. One light on. One person training alone. A phone with notifications off while a book is open and notes are being taken. A laptop with 100 tabs open. Studying quietly. No live stream, no post, no caption. They mocked you when you failed. So don't give them the chance to see you build. Make your next move in total silence. Disappear for 6 months. Learn skills. Get stronger. Build muscle. Stack income. Upgrade every cell in your body without telling a soul. Then come back with results so loud, they can't sleep without seeing your name. Remember this, revenge is loud, but success whispers and destroys. Part 8. Train so hard that even pain quits on you. You cry too early. You rest too soon. You stop when it gets hard. You think pressure is punishment. But here's the part that no one ever told you. If you don't train yourself to enjoy pain, pain will train you to enjoy regret. You think the world owes you comfort. You think you deserve balance. You think self-love means avoiding struggle. No, you don't need healing. You need hardening. You've suffered, but you've never transformed. Because the first time life hurt you, you sat down. The first time it got heavy, you broke. The first time you failed, you called it trauma. But someone out there right now is going through hell and still showing up, still pushing, still silent. You want to become great. Then you must go through voluntary suffering. You don't get strong by accident. You get strong by bleeding for your future, before it even exists. And if your mind is soft, it doesn't matter how many times you watch videos like this, you will lose. Imagine, a man vomiting after a long run. Alone, no camera, no audience. A woman studying by candlelight while her family sleeps. Someone doing push-ups until their arms collapse, but still crawling forward. You train not for today, but for the day the pain comes back. And when it does, you don't flinch, you don't beg, you don't break. You smile, because now you're built for this. So here's your new rule. Train so hard that even pain looks at you and says, we've already tried everything, he's not breaking. She's not stopping. Most people fear pain. Most people escape it. Most people avoid it. But you From today, you run toward it. You grab it. You make pain your daily workout partner. Because in a world full of comfort addicts, pain becomes your competitive advantage. Part 9. The world only respects outcomes, not intentions. You've been telling yourself, at least I'm trying. At least I showed up. At least I didn't quit. You say it like it means something, like effort deserves applause, like intentions deserve respect. But here's the truth. The world doesn't care what you tried to do. It only cares what you did. You thought trying was enough? You thought being almost successful matters? You thought effort equals greatness? Then you're not ready. Because in this life, effort without results is invisible. Nobody reads the almost section of your biography. Nobody celebrates the person who meant well. The medal doesn't go to the person who ran hard. It goes to the one who crossed the line. No one honors your try. They only remember your triumph. You planned a business, but you never launched it. You wrote half a book, but never published it. You practiced speeches in your mirror, but never stood on stage. Stop calling that growth. Stop pretending that intentions are progress. Because intentions without action are just beautiful lies you tell yourself to feel better. And you know it. Deep inside, you know you were built for more. But you keep using "I'm trying" as a shield. Trying doesn't feed your family. Trying doesn't pay your bills. Trying doesn't change your life. Only execution does. Do you think a lion who almost catches the prey survives? Do you think a soldier who intends to shoot wins the war? Do you think a surgeon who means to operate correctly saves a life? No. You either deliver or you don't. You either win or you don't. And here's the threat no one gives you. If you don't finish what you started, you will be forgotten. And maybe that's what you're afraid of. That you'll die with all your talent still inside you. That your name will never leave a mark. That you'll be buried next to your dream. Both of you wasted. But if you're hearing this, it's not too late. It's painful, it's heavy, it's terrifying, but it's not too late. So stop being the one with potential. Stop being the one who tries. Be the one who finishes. Be the one who executes. Be the one who leaves no story untold. Because after all your pain, all your silence, all your sacrifice, you deserve to be remembered for what you built, not for what you dreamed. If you made it to the end of this video, then you already know. Nobody's coming. Nobody cares. And that's your greatest power. The world doesn't owe you love. It doesn't owe you support. It doesn't owe you a damn thing. But that's the best part. Because when no one's watching, you're free. Free to suffer in silence. Free to build in darkness. Free to rise from nothing and shock the world. And if you're still making excuses, if you're still blaming your past, if you're still scrolling, still doubting, still whining, then don't expect change. Don't expect peace. Don't expect anything but regret. Because your future doesn't care about your story. It only listens to your discipline. So here's the challenge. Disappear, work, sacrifice, stay angry, stay silent, and come back so powerful that even your enemies applaud. If you don't want to be average, then stop living like everyone else. You don't need another video. You don't need another motivational quote. You don't need another voice telling you to start. You need to become the voice. The voice that wakes you up at 4 a.m. The voice that makes you train when it hurts. The voice that makes you study when you're tired. The voice that says, I don't care how I feel. I care about who I'm becoming. Because from this day forward, your comfort is your enemy, your pain is your gift, and your silence is your strategy. Now get up, shut up, and work so hard that even God rewrites your story. You were not born to be average. You were not born to be forgotten. You were born to fight, to build, to leave a legacy. And if no one else will say it to you, I will. I believe in your discipline, not your dreams. God bless you. Now go make yourself impossible to ignore.